Hey, how's it going? So today I'm going to be taking a look at this mini disc player. It's got some problems and I'm going to show you how I fixed it, and we're going to kind of take a look at mini disc as a format too. Just a little brief look and then we'll do some sound tests. We got a fun episode for today, so let's go ahead and get into it. So before I walk you through the repair process for this mini disc player, I really want to give you just a little brief history of the format and how it came to be. The mini disc was introduced by Sony in September of 1992 and hit the shelves here in the US by December of that same year. It was later redesigned into the high MD format with upgraded quality and storage capacity in 2004. It was intended to replace the cassette as a portable music format by offering digital music on an optical disc rather than analog music on a tape. On a mini disc, you could store around 74 minutes of digital music, which meant you also got the added bonus of being able to skip to the next song instantly. Even though this format was smaller, more advanced, and digital, it didn't really see success in the United States. Everywhere else though, especially in Japan, the mini disc was successful in replacing the cassette as a music format of choice. Its development was stopped around 2010, 2011-ish, somewhere around there, while the discs were still in production until February of 2025. Just like cassette, mini disc consisted of pre-recorded album releases and blank media. However, unlike cassette, the process of getting music onto your blank media had changed. In the early days of mini disc, you recorded in real time, just like the olden days with cassette. But later on, around 2001, a feature called NetMD was released, which allowed users to put music onto the discs using software. This made Minidisc operate closer to an MP3 player rather than it did a cassette player. The unit I have today is the MZ N505. It was released around 2002-ish, and it's a sturdy little machine. All plastic unfortunately, but it's solid plastic. This player comes with the NetMD feature and connects to a computer using a USB Mini B cable. It features a robust set of controls and settings that can be viewed on the LCD screen. On my unit, it's thoroughly destroyed and not functional, so to use this player, I've got to swap it out with a new one. Luckily, I have another screen to replace it with. This one's an orange color and was one of the few different ones that this was released in. To get the screen off, I have to start by removing the back cover. There's 4 screws, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. After that, it's down to removing the screws holding the door. There's 2 on the left side. Then I remove the back cover, and I'm careful to not lose the little button for the door in the process. After that, I shimmy the front cover off to the side. There's a little spring that pushes the door open, and that'll probably come off in the process, so make sure you don't lose that. After everything's taken apart, I can disconnect the ribbon cable, get the front cover out, and the new one in. Then it's just down to reversing the process. Once I've got everything back together, I can test out this unit. This player comes with the ability to record with a few different qualities, each one worse than the last, but it allows more music to be stored on the disc. My main draw to this unit was the NetMD feature. Currently, the original software used for this process isn't really working anymore, but luckily there's a third-party service called web.minidisc.wiki, and it's a free website that emulates the function of this software, and it has worked flawlessly for me. I'm very thankful someone took the time to make this service, and it goes to show just how alive the Minidisc community actually is. If you own a NetMD Minidisc recorder, this is without a doubt the best and easiest way to make your discs. This player has a couple other features such as a bass boost, AVLS, and the ability to mark your tracks as you record them, assuming you were recording in real time. This player is a very good beginner model, and if you're just getting into Minidisc, this is a great one to start with. I was able to get this player and the remote off eBay for a little less than $100. This repair process wasn't as difficult as you'd expect, but like all optical media players, if the laser assembly is starting to have issues, it'll quickly become a nightmare. Usually, the entire laser assembly is going to have to be replaced with one from a donor unit, so if you don't have the confidence to replace an entire laser assembly, make sure the seller's verified that it's in working condition. Well, that's pretty much it for this episode. I'll be working on a documentary on the development and design of the Minidisc as a format, but that's going to be a big video, so give me a little bit of time to work on that one. I also wanted to thank you all for showing up to this channel. I recently surpassed about 50 subscribers, and I've been getting some really nice comments, and I've got to sincerely thank you all for showing up. It really means a lot to me. These videos are actually really fun to make, and since I'm interested and passionate about these topics, I'm going to keep making them. I believe my next video is either going to be on Type 4 metal tapes and if they're worth it, or possibly a cassette tips and tricks video. And if there's anything else you'd like to see me cover, just leave a comment. I'd love to find out what you want to watch. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to see more content like this, just stick around and you'll eventually see it. Thank you all for watching.